Dude, I thought of it and I didn't know how long. Okay, look, okay, the first option is nothing happens to you, and the second option is there's a button and you press it, and every time you press it, a food like a food with your not food, a plate appears and it has your favorite food or not, no, your least favorite food, but it's not something like crazy disgusting, It's not like, oh, it's shit. Oh, I said that loud. Oh, it's poop and piss and cum and semen and boogers, It's just gonna be something you don't like. And you have 1 hour to eat it and you get $10,000 every time you press the button. But the more you press the button, the the more money you'll get. And after 10 times, you could you basically like you have the max, but you can prestige, like you can rebirth, like how you prestige in like Call of Duty. And when you prestige, pretty much is you lose all the money, but instead, whatever like your money was last time, like base money gets doubled. So instead of 10,000 for the first time, it's 20,000. The second time, it'll be 40,000, and etc. Every time you get 10 meals, but every time that you like prestige and like eat meals, it slowly gets more disgusting and like more worse and more worse, like slowly over time. And you can keep prestiging however much you want, but the more you do, the more disgusting it'll be.
Okay, I have a question. If it's foods that I find disgusting, that most likely means it's foods I have tasted before. And it
Yeah.
has to be food. It can't be something stupid like cum or shit or piss, because that's not supposed to be food. That's not
I mean,
categorized
it
as
doesn't
food.
have to, it might not be food you're eating. Like, the more you prestige, like, the more, like, it won't ever get to the point where it's really just disgustingness, but it's gonna get pretty disgusting. Like, you might get, like, spoiled, like, you might get rat piss, I don't know, something
Rat
stupid,
piss
but
isn't food.
I don't know, but it'll be food, but it doesn't have to be something you ate, just something, like, that's disgusting.
Okay,
And that
that's
you,
that's
like,
the that's the plot
your
though.
mind will find disgusting.
What if I get a fried spider and my mind finds it disgusting, but I force myself to eat it because I have to stay committed, and then turns out it's actually not even that bad.
Yeah, but it's something is disgusting, Ace. Why don't you
Yeah,
get
but
it?
I don't know if a
Like
fried
it
spider is
will be
disgusting.
disgusting. Like it literally will make you, dude. Like this button knows what you won't like to eat and what you find disgusting if you eat it, and it will taste disgusting. Like the button just
Okay,
knows.
what if the button knows I categorize Trayvos's butt as food?
Okay, eat my butt then.
Alright, easy money.
Okay, tell me when to come over.
You can come over anytime.
Okay, come over.
You know, it's been pretty lonely without Maple, and you're always just here for me,
Okay,
so
dude, this is weird. You're supposed to be like, dude, no.
no, no, no. You
I'm
started,
kind of getting.
you must finish.
I think I know what is the real like joke that's getting annoying. Not Michael. Nothing. It's just gay jokes. Like I think gay jokes are being the new racist joke.
Thought we were flirting.
Like it's just I don't know. It's just not funny anymore to make a gay joke.
Why are you building to the moon?
I'm not. Oh wait, dude, I want to do the thing. Remember whenever we like went at the top and we were able to get out the map?
Yeah.
I want I want to try that. That was cool. Yeah, dude.
you do if you go to school next year and you find someone that's like 20 times cooler than Strawberry, right? And then you end up dating her, and turns out she's a centipede, and she's like a giant centipede. She just eats you.
Then I just get eaten. Okay, look, would you rather you get you get $50 million, but you have to do a human centipede with three randomized people.
Can I please pick the people? Please, please, please.
No, it's random.
Wait. Okay, wait. What was the money? What was the amount of money at first?
50 million.
Okay, can I cut it to 5 million if I get to pick the people?
No,
They
there's
can't be.
no way.
How about this? They can't be girls and they can't be celebrities.
What?
Yes.
They
But
can't?
yes, they can't be girls and they can't be celebrities. It gets cut to 5 mil, and I get to pick where each person goes to. 5 mil.
Okay,
No,
yeah, but they're still random people.
no, no, no. I get to pick the people.
Okay, who do you pick? Wait, no,
What?
no, no. Okay, like you can't pick this. You cannot pick the people.
No.
Like,
Okay. I cut it to $100 if I get to pick the people.
no,
The
you get
only
$0.
okay, $0. I pick the people. They can't be
Dude, no.
celebrities and they can't be girls, and I get to pick the position. I pick to be in the front. I pick for you to
Michael,
be in the middle, and I pick for to
Michael.
be at the back.
Dude, I really. Well, well, it wouldn't matter because that's not an option.
Well, if we go to hell, you know what we're gonna have to go through now.
No. Okay, well, what if there's a scenario where Michael's in the back, you're in the middle, and
And you're in the what?
I'm in the.
Then I'll kill you.
You can't. You're stuck to my butthole, and Michael's stuck to yours.
Then
And
I'll
guess what?
just.
Hannah's stuck in your nipples, only yours.
Alright, you want to play dirty like that? You want to play? You have to. You have to watch Strawberry and Kang and Gabe get tortured alive by Michael and Caesar Travis, and they all three of those people get sexually assaulted, and you're just watching. You're not sitting in the chair. You're just watching with comfortable clothes on. No matter of fact, you're watching in pajamas on with a candle in your hand, ready to go to sleep, and you're just smiling. You're forced to smile, and they just think that you're part of this. They think that you're just watching this happen, like you're letting it happen. And then Michael just walks up to you, kisses you on the neck, and says, "You're such a good cuck." And then you just get sent
Okay,
home.
okay, okay. That's what you want to do. What will you do if there's a scenario, right? And you just see Maple in the street, and you go up to and run, and you're like, "Oh, Maple, hi, Maple," and you see Michael in a motorcycle, and he just drives straight into it, and then you're like, "Oh no!" And you see Maple just split in half, and she says, "Ace, help me!" And Michael comes up to you, puts a thing like a collar on your neck, and it makes it so you can't move or do anything, and he controls everything you say. And it makes you say, "Hey, Maple, I hate you. I'm glad you're about to die. And I really hated you. And I hope you perish in hell." And she says, "What?" And then Michael says, "Oh God, what happened?" And then Maple says, "Help me." And then, and then, and then, yeah, and then says, Maple, or no, and then Michael helps her. And she's just in the hospital. And you go to the hospital because you were worried about Maple. And you just see Michael and Maple just making out. And you walk in, and Maple says, "Get out!" And Michael says, "Yeah, you monster!" And then you still have to, like, you took the collar off, but for some reason you can still like have to say words. So you just end up saying, "Oh, Maple, I hope you die." And then even like somehow you have a gun, and you end up shooting Michael. And Maple just is really mad, calls the cops on you. You go to jail. You go to jail, and your prison cell is a really buff Michael. And he says, "You want to know what we do to Michael killers in prison?" And he just drops the soap.
Alright, that's how you want to be. If you take it back, I won't say this next scenario.
Only if you take back the other scenario, and I'll take back the centipede one.
No, 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 no.
Then you have to take
You,
back all the other scenarios.
you're just gonna have to deal with the first one that I said, because it isn't that bad as the one I'm about to say. Just,
Okay, no,
just
no,
go ahead
say
and take
it.
this one back. Or
Say
fine,
it.
I'll say it. I'll say it. What will you do if your mom invites a Michael over because she broke up with your dad and her new lover is Michael? It's just Michael Chavez. And for some reason, your mom has a yeast infection, so she's just always on her period. But she doesn't get mad or anything. She just has a period fetish, and so does Michael. So Michael just has blood stains all over his mouth. He's like a rabid dog. He's just nom 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 on your mom's bloody pussy, right? And then your dad, he just kills himself because he can't deal with this. A little kid took his girl away. That's fucked up. And then your sister just rapes you every single day without you can't even do anything. She rapes you in your sleep. She rapes you when you take a shower. She rapes you when you're playing the game. She just always rapes you. That's all she does. Rape you. Sexually assault you, touches you, makes you feel
Okay, we
uncomfortable and
get it, we get it, we get it, dude. We get it.
okay, okay.
Finish.
And in the next part, Michael abuses your little brother every single day, just all the time, every day. He what in the what fuck. What also he does is he would get he would get his he would get your mom's bloody tampons because your mom is always on her period, right? And then he would just stuff it in his mouth. And he's a little kid. He's 5 years old, so he can't even do anything. And I know he's 4 year old, but in this timeline he's 5 year old. So this is supposed to happen next year, by the way. And then uh turns out Netflix Animations comes back, and he just makes you get canceled right whenever your YouTube starts blowing up and calls you a bully. But nothing happens to me. I'm chilling. I'm living a life. I don't even make YouTube videos anymore, but I'm just really blowing up as a producer. And then everybody's just calling you a cheap knockoff of Ashley. And then after some time, you you punch your sister whenever she tries to rape you for like the 5,000th time of that month. And whenever you punch her, she gets mad and slices your dick off. And then after that, Strawberry messages you on Instagram and says, by the way, I think you're a loser and you should just kill yourself. And then you're getting ready to kill yourself, but then your little brother walks in your room and says, why do you never protect me? You never even try to defend me. And then he just starts crying. He just starts crying in front of you and pulls out a gun and shoots himself in the head. And Michael walks in and says, Davos, what the fuck did you do to your little brother? And Michael just starts fucking the shit out of you. Like, he's fucking you harder than prison Michael fucking me in the prison. And then after that, they make you go to the insane asylum. But in the insane asylum, for some reason, Twilight Sparkle is just there, and she just keeps laughing like, no, scratch Twilight Sparkle, Fluttershy, it's Fluttershy. She just keeps laughing over and over again. That's just your roommate. You just hear constant laughing. So after you get out of the insane asylum after 40 years, you just hear a laugh. It's like it's still playing in your head, like it's on loop, and you come back home, and Michael, your mom, and sister are all changed people since the past 4 years. They're all happy now, but they don't forgive you for, and I quote, killing your little brother, even though you didn't, obviously. So they just kick you out, and you now live with Hannah. And you're like, I
What?
can't
No,
take
no.
this.
Why?
I can't take this. I don't even want to live anymore. So you did what your little brother did, pull out a gun, and shoot yourself in the head. But God says, mm-mm-mm, 10 more minutes. And you know what Hannah does. She comes up to you and says, oh man. And she just starts rubbing her cooch on your lips for 10 minutes straight. And then after the 10 minutes is up, you're walking up the stairs in heaven, and God says, hello, friend. Turns out it's Netflix Animations, not God. Netflix Animations there. He says, I'm filling in for God today. And I think this punishment is the well-deserved one we can get. And you go through every single Michael scenario, including this one as the last scenario. So you basically you go through every Michael scenario, including this one, and then you just go through it again. Just again, right? And then after that happens, you're walking over heaven, and God says, well, that was fast. And he says, what do you mean that was fast? And he says, well, for you, that might have been like what, 1,000 years? Well, for me, that was like 5 minutes. But anyways, it's time to go to hell now. You're just burning for eternity.
Okay, okay. You can take that back, or have to hear what I have in store for you.
No, what? I take it back.
Oh, are you sure?
No, what? I want to hear it. I don't take it back.
Okay. So you wake up, it's Monday, and it's a school night. And you're like, oh man, I have to go to school. On the way to you wake up late, and your stepmom goes, Demise, wake up, wake up. And you're like, okay, mom. And then Michael shoots her in the head and says, get to school, boy. And you're just like, oh, what? And then he says, hurry up, get to school. And you just scream, ah! And Michael shoots your foot, says, get to school. So you're just really nervous, and you just start running to the bus. And on the way to the bus, you see Maple's dead body on the floor, and Michael says, "Oh yeah, my bad about that." And you tripped on it, by the way. And you tripped on the body. You just see that, and also you
Wait,
twisted your
pause,
ankle,
pause,
so you
pause,
barely.
pause. Dude, what makes this only funny is because it involves Michael. Because I just realized both scenarios only happen because of Michael. It's just Michael,
Dude,
dude.
Michael's like the starter. Like he's just like the base. We don't know how
Okay,
to start a scenario without Michael.
okay, continue,
Okay, I'm gonna
continue.
finish. Um, and you trip over Maple's dead body, and you twist your ankle, and you're just like you're just in like a daze. You're just so confused, and you're just like, oh my god. So you get on the bus, and on the bus, you're just on the bus, and Michael says, hey, let me sit with you, and it's summer school, so you have paid it, and the bus driver says, hey,
No, Peyton isn't
there's a
on the
lot of
summer
traffic.
school bus, only on a regular school.
Oh, regular school, and he says, and the bus driver says, there's a lot of traffic. So, and Michael says, hey, let me join. And you're like, it's gonna be crap. He says, let me freaking join now. And you're just like, okay. And you're just in the bus, and you have to sit squished with Peyton and Michael for 3 hours straight.
Why
And it's
3 hours?
sweaty. There's no, huh?
Why 3 hours?
Because of traffic.
Oh,
And, uh,
but I just
okay.
realized
And
if
then,
traffic is that long for like 3 hours straight, will we even go to school at that point? Like, what would be the point of going
probably
to
not.
school? Okay, but
But
continue.
for some reason you do. And pretty much it's really crap, no AC, and your balls are sweaty and you wear jeans. So it's just really uncomfortable. Your phone dies and you have no headphones. And then somehow the bus crashes. And pretty much your only friend that you've ever had in school, like the only true, like all your friends were just on that bus because they ended up realizing they had summer school and they had to go. And they all just died in the car crash. And you have to see, well, Peyton and Michael live. And Peyton says, hey, Ace, did you make a new video yet? And Michael says, oh, yeah, Ace, did you make a new video? And he says, no. And then Michael shoots him in the head and makes you eat his dead body. He says,
What the
okay,
fuck?
this is what you get for not making a new video. And you're just disgusted, horrified. You're just like, oh, God, Michael killed me. He says, no, no, no. I have some things played out for you. So what he does is says, I want you to get on to put these on your arms and they're straps. And you put on the straps and they're magnetic and you fly onto on like a board and you're just like your hands are up and your feet are like down and you can't move and you're just stuck and Michael just ripped your clothes off and he puts you in a dark room and turns on the light, and you just see Ramsey, Ryan, Brandon, and Maple, and Michael says, "Oh yeah, that was a fake Maple." and they're all tied up, and you're just like, oh my god,
Okay,
right?
wait,
And they
pause,
just
pause,
see you
pause, cut,
naked.
cut. That was not a fake Maple. You said Ramsey, Ryan, Brandon, Maple. Then you realize Maple died in the beginning.
No, I didn't realize. I knew she died in the beginning. It's just, I thought it'd be funny if there was a fake Maple.
That's so stupid.
It's because it happened in Bleach. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but there's something similar that happened in Bleach. And Michael says, like, it's just Michael's, like, power, right? But it doesn't matter. And you're just, what? Right? So you just see, it wasn't a fake Maple. It just, let's just say it was the Maple from another universe that Michael somehow ended. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Right? And they're all just stuck in the chair watching you. And Michael says, so I'm gonna have a little fun. Actually, I'm not the one having a little fun. So he gets a little like Dexter knife, little surgeon knife, and cuts into your sides, and you're just bleeding and it hurts, and you're just stuck and you can't get out off the little wall, and then you hear a noise. Uh, uh, Hi there, and it's
Oh no.
Hannah, and she just starts licking your cut, and she just cuts all over your body and licks all over, and she starts licking your nipples, and then eventually she just starts going on your wiener, and and then she puts a lock on it,
Oh
and
god.
this goes on for 5 hours, just nonstop until eventually she says, "Okay, I'm done," and then you just see her roll back to wherever, and then Michael says, "You think you done with your fun?" And then you say, yeah," and then you say, "Okay," and then one by one, Michael goes over and just like pepper sprays and torches your every family member in Maple that was there. Actually, no, he torches every other one until they die with pepper spray. And like the worst thing, like the worst torture possible. You have to watch, and he puts a device on you, so you feel everything they're feeling, but you won't die. Then he leaves Maple, and okay, I'm not gonna bring Maple into this. That kind of feels weird. But Michael says, okay, I'm done. And what he does is he cuts your wiener off, he cuts all your body parts until you're just a head and until you're just not alive anymore. And whenever you die, you're walking up heaven and like your legs feel super heavy and you're like, oh man, this is so hard. Because it feels like you have 200 pounds in each leg. And as you walk up, God says, 10 more minutes. So you have to go through all over again 10 times. God says, oh, I'm copying you. God says, oh, uh, that was 10 minutes. That was 10 minutes to me. To you, that was a long time. Well, sadly, I can't take you into hell because Maple said she was traumatized and she just doesn't want to see you again. And you see Maple in the distance and she just looks terrified. And she just has like the worst look on her face. And you get sent to hell.
Alright. I'll let you take it back. Take
What
it
could
back, and you won't have
possibly
to
be
hear the
worse,
scenario.
Ace?
You don't
What
have to
could
hear the
possibly be
scenario.
worse? What could possibly be worse? I like purposely made that to be the worst possible like one in my head.
No, take it back. And you won't have to hear this one. This one can never be heard by a single soul but my mind. And it'll be forgotten in like what, 2 days?
Nah,
So you don't take it back?
nope.
Alright, I got a scenario. What would you do? Your mom decides, hey, I got a new job and it's closer to Pflugerville and I know we just moved into this house, but I cannot miss this opportunity and it's not we have to go back to the apartments. Like we actually have a home and it's 3 story. And then it says, whoa, where do we get the money for that? And then she says, oh, your older sister actually won the lottery. And like, oh, sweet. And matter of fact, she won so much money from the lottery. She buys she buys you a PC for your birthday, cause she's just being nice. Okay, she buys you a whole PC for your birthday, and it's a good at PC. It was like a $2,300 PC, right? And then you the first thing you do is get FL Studio. Second thing you do is work on a beat and jerk off afterwards, right? That's just what you would do. It's just a normal life. And then your mom actually says, and then like hold on, and school is coming around, and it's your 11th grade year, and she says, hey, so we actually live closer to Hendrickson, so you can go ahead and go to Hendrickson, okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. So you get to see all your cool friends, like Kang and
No,
stuff.
Pflugerville's the one with the cool friends.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about Pflugerville. I'm an idiot. I forgot it's called Pflugerville. Okay, yeah, Pflugerville, right? So you get to go to Pflugerville. So replace Hendrickson. It's Pflugerville. And turns out the only person from Hendrickson, like the only person from Henderson that moved to Pflugerville was Strawberry. So Life 3 could not be more perfect. And Michael is just like trapped in Henderson. No, matter of fact, Michael dies of an affection. Just completely unrelated to anything. He just dies, okay? But you don't know this, okay, until you see on the news that kid dies from yeast infection overdose. Michael Chavez. And I don't know what you're supposed to think from that. I don't care. It's whatever you think. If this were to actually happen, and then you and Strawberry start getting more closer, and you actually end up start dating. And fast forward like 5 years, you're in your 20s. You're just a chill couple. You're living together in a small apartment. Uh, you're starting to actually take off music. Like a bunch of like 2 years ago, rappers were buying your beats, like just small rappers, right? And now they're actually starting to blow up, and you're starting to get more recognition on social media, and people are calling you the best producer in the underground at the moment. But then, out of nowhere, Strawberry's parents die in a car crash. So it's like she's really sad, and y'all go to the funeral, and she's like crying, but she's not like sobbing, but like she's crying, you know? And then you just comfort her, everything's normal, and then uh oh, and then you get her pregnant, right? And she's having a kid, and y'all kind of excited, and y'all even thinking of baby names, and y'all do land on one baby name, Niccolo. Land on a baby name, it's Niccolo. So you're gonna name the kid Niccolo when he's born. Well, one day y'all are at McDonald's because y'all are traveling, so y'all are ordering some food, and she says, "Oh my, oh, I have to use the restroom. I'll be back, okay? Just get me, just get me a McGrizzy." So you get her a McGrizzy, and she comes back, and she's just running to the car while crying, and you're confused. So you go after, like you go, get to her, and you're saying what's wrong, and she can barely speak, and then she just says, "I had a miscarriage." So, just baby Niccolo is just dead in the toilet now. So, and like you don't, you're kind of sad. Like you don't really know what to do. So, and then like for a week straight, she just goes through a really depressed state because like she isn't really talking to you, even though nothing's your fault. Like she doesn't want to talk to anybody. She just wants to be left alone. But what makes it worse is that you're really starting to blow up now. Like you went from an underground producer to like Pierre Brune level, like just in the span of 5 days. So like you're kind of happy, but you're not like fully happy. Like you're glad you're glad you're becoming more bigger, but like it kind of feels like only your life is getting better while Strawberries is getting worse. And then just a year later, you're a really big producer. You actually decide to start rapping on your own beats, and you become a pretty well-known rapper. Like you're not known for rapping, but you're really known for producing. Like I said, you're not known for rapping, but people mess with it, you know? Like people like it. They think you're pretty good. Like you're one of like the most best like artists that's ever come to earth. Pe- Matter of fact, we're not gonna skip to this, but I'm just gonna say, like after you die, you just become Michael Jackson. But we're not at that part yet, okay? You're like basically Michael Jackson. Like, you have the same legacy. Well, after that, does Strawberry have any siblings?
Yeah,
Younger or older?
really young.
Okay, all of
Like
her
a baby.
younger,
Like I don't.
one of her younger siblings gets kidnapped, and they get, they just get terrible stuff happen to them that I don't want to say because it feels too messed up to even say it. And it's on video, and it's just sent to Strawberry. And she's like really depressed. Like, she just hates her life. Like, it feels like her life hasn't been good since like 10 years ago. And what makes it worse is that you're barely there to comfort her because you're just focused on your career. So she's just super depressed, and eventually she just gets over it after 2 years. After that happened to her younger sibling, she gets over it. She tries to have a happy life now, and she wants to try to have another kid. Because what are the chances someone has two miscarriages in a row? There's no way she has another miscarriage, right? But this time it's at Whataburger, not at McDonald's. It's at Whataburger, and it seems like this is just gonna keep happening again. So you decide even if she wants a kid, you're not even gonna try just to avoid the fact that there's a miscarriage might happen, and then 2 days later she just kills herself. She slits her own throat with a knife, and you see her dead body on the coffee table with a knife in her hand. No, like the knife was in her hand, but it dropped out. Now you're just staring at her dead body, and now you're like you're kind of depressed. You don't really want to be a rapper anymore. You don't care about anything. You don't care about your money. You're just like in a really bad mental state now. Like, not as bad as Strawberry. Strawberry had it rough, but you just been having a success, and now you just have to deal with this. And then you just live life. It turns out you just haven't. And then, like, let's say 20 years later, you don't drop anything for 20 years straight. People talk about you a lot online. Like, it'll just be random. Like, someone would just be like, what happened to this rapper or slash producer? Or it could be like, uh he was spotted in LA, uh doing whatever. And then you're 50 years old, and you're just really you're just really tired of life. You're bored of life because there's no point of even living anymore. So you decide just to pop a bunch of pills and overdose in your room, in the same on the same couch by the coffee table where Strawberry ended her own life. And then you die, and then it goes black, and you're confused. So it's like, huh? No 10 more minutes? What? And then your eyes slowly wake up, and you hear your phone alarm, and your mom saying, what the heck, Trayvon? You're late for school! And then Michael walks in. It says, oh, you're late for school? And you're like, wait, what the heck? And he says, yeah, dude, both of Ace's scenarios are connected. So then Michael, the first scenario that I said to you, where your sister sexually assaults you every day, you just go through that. You just go through that again, all of that I said, if you can remember any of it.
Okay, dude. You suck. You suck.
All you had to do was just say, you just had to take it back. That's all you had to do, but you
Okay,
didn't do it.
okay. You better take it back right now.
Nah, I don't think it can get worse than that.
Oh, oh. Okay, okay. What we could do, right? If you wake up and you wake up and you're just in the middle of class. You're in your underwear and you're pissing all over the ground. And Maple's just sitting there disgusted. You're like, oh my god. And Maple says, oh my god, Ace, ew. No reference intended. And you go and leave and you just run away. You just run home. Your mom says, why didn't you go home? Or why did you go home? And you said, because I had no pants on and I pissed myself. And she says, Ace, what? And you're just like really confused. But and then you text Maple say I'm sorry, and she says, it's okay, right? But either way, it's still like embarrassing. And um, pretty much that happened. And then Mabel says it's okay, I understand. I don't know how this happened, but it's okay. And she says she completely understands, and that you guys that she still loves you, right? And by the way, you were dating Maple in this scenario. This is like you didn't never broke up, right? And you're like, oh, thank God, at least Maple isn't like weirded out, right? But secretly, like you see, secretly, cause you walk by and like let's just say she lives in your neighborhood, you just see her, and you just see her just crying in her backyard, talking to her friends, and saying like, I don't know what to do. That it's just so disgusting. Like he just pissed in glass, and it just makes you kind of depressed. You go, hey, you want to break up? That's okay. And she says, yeah, I think you're disgusting. Then you break up, and then what happens is right after she does that, she posts on a story that sometimes you need to just end a relationship before it's too late, and you just feel really depressed and sad and embarrassed. And she posts on a story, uh, happy 4 weeks. And you just see her and you just see her cuddling a shirtless Michael. And
What the
and,
fuck, dude?
and you're just like, what the heck? So you text Michael and he says, hey, I'm busy, little bro. And you
Oh
text
my
Maple and she says,
god.
hey, she's busy. And you're just like you're just in the worst like, you're not even depressed. Well, you are depressed, but you're just in like a rage. Like you're just in a rage because it's Michael and you don't know what to do. So you go to her house and you just knock and she says, what do you want? And you say, why are you dating Michael? Michael, what are you doing? And she says, I can date whoever I want. And then she slaps you. And she says, this is why I broke up with you. And Michael says, hey, look, you can't treat women that way. And he's just like telling you about woman. It sounds like, I mean, it sounds gay, but he sounds like sexy or whatever. And he was just, see, this is why I dated him, not you. And you're just about to kill yourself because that's the worst thing that can happen. And then, right, you're still kind of scared though because you don't want to kill yourself yet. So pretty much, you just like tell me all about what happened. And and then I say, oh, I'm not gonna lie, me and Gabe have been hanging out for a while now. I kind of don't want to talk to you. You're kind of weird. So I don't know. I'm not one of your friend. I just don't talk to you anymore. I just, I just, I don't hang out. I become a producer, and you're just not involved. Like you're just still sitting there, like a sack of cum, and you're just lonely, and your family's slowly moving, and your life just sucks, right? So you're just like, oh man, what could happen? You just decide that you're gonna kill yourself, right? So when you're about to pop the pills, right? You just pop 100 of pills, and they don't kill you. You just have the worst high experience. Like you took these pills because you want to die, but you didn't take enough to overdose somehow. So you're just living and you're like, oh my god, what am I seeing? I'm seeing things. And while you're on like the weirdest thing you've ever seen in your life, because you just took every drug possible, right? And you're not dead. Like I don't know what, like literally it's crazy, like universally impossible, but you're alive. And and Maple knocks on your door and says, Ace, I'm super sorry. And you're just staring at her, and your eyes are in completely different directions. You're slobbering all over yourself, and you're just rubbing your nipples. You're just like, and Mabel says, "Oh my God, you're a junkie now. What happened to you? I was gonna come back to you because I found out that Michael was a loser, but no. Oh my God, good. I'm blocking you on everything." And after you just feel terrible because now Maple just you had a shot at getting Maple back. And now you're never gonna get that shot again, right? So now you're actually gonna kill yourself. And you're just standing on the bridge, right? And you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna jump off this bridge. And as you're on the bridge, a little kid if a little puppy comes up to you and says, "No, don't do it," and they sit next to you and on the bridge, and they just give you like the sweetest conversation you've ever heard, and they convince you that maybe you should live, and they're like, okay, and that's why you should live, and you say thanks, and as you get up, they accidentally slip, and Maple was in a car, and she saw it, and it looked like you just pushed this kid off. So she says, Ace, what is wrong with you? I can't believe you. I
Dude,
can't believe you. So she calls the cops. Yeah, you just don't know what to do, so you jump off the bridge because you're just like, oh man, yeah, I'm just killing myself. You jump off the bridge, you don't die, but you break your neck, you break your bones, and now you're in jail, and everyone hates you because you just killed this little kid with the puppy. And you're in jail, and it's just what jail would be like, regular jail. And it's been 50 years, and you get out, and you're just like, man, I'm just gonna kill myself. What could possibly go worse? What could possibly go worse? So you decide you're gonna kill yourself, right? So you just decide, okay, I'm just gonna do it pretty clean and simple. Pretty clean and simple. I'm just gonna buy a gun, and then boom. So you go to the gun store, you buy a gun, right? And as you're walking out, you're like figuring out how to use it. So you put the mag in the gun or whatever. And guess who's walking by? It's Maple. And by accident, you shoot them in the stomach. And they don't die, they just go to the hospital. And to them, it seems like you just shot them because you saw them. So now they super hate you and you go to jail again, right? And now you're just 80 years old and you're just like, man, this is the worst life possible. This is the worst life ever. So you just don't do anything. You're just like, man, if I try to kill myself one more time, the worst thing's gonna happen. So you just decide, I'm just gonna chill in this room until I die. You do that, right? And as that happens, a little ball rolls up and says, "Hi there," and it's Hannah,
oh
and
my
you're just like,
gosh.
"Oh my God, get out of here!" And you take you take the gun you had and you shoot her, and guess what? It, Maple says, "Hannah, Hannah, where are you?" And she walks in and opens your door because I guess Hannah just rolled into your house, and she just screams and says, "Ah, sister, no, no, Ace, you killed my sister. What is wrong with you? This is it. I'm just gonna kill yourself." And she shoots you when you die. And when you go to hell, you go through every Michael scenario ever created 50 times, including the ones including the ones I made just now, the ones you made just now, 50 times.
Alright.
There's nothing worse than that. There is nothing worse than
I don't think it's worse, sir. But I'm just gonna say scenario. What will you do if I kill myself right now?
that. I don't know.
What will you do? I kill myself on mic, on game.
Just like Ace,
What will you do? And then
I just said, I just be like, Ace, are you there?
you decide to stay on the game because you're super confused and you just might think I fell asleep. So like you might wake up, and then 2 hours later you just hear a bunch of screaming. It's just like,
I'd probably just
oh
be
my
really sad.
gosh, oh my gosh, no, no.
I'd just be really, really sad.
No, that one can happen right now.
I'd just be really, really sad.
Okay, take it back. Take back every single scenario you have ever created from beginning to end.
You mean
Since
from the start of scenarios?
since the start of the very
Only
first
if you
Michael
do it.
scenario. I'll do it after you
Only if
do it.
you. How do
And
I know I can trust you?
we both gotta put it on our soul at the same time.
I put it on my soul
I
that I
put it on
take
my
back
soul that I take back
every
finish it,
Michael
every
scenario.
Michael scenario. No more Michael
Thank you,
scenarios.
dude. Oh my God. We
We
take back,
can't go
but
through
it doesn't
them.
mean.
We can't go through them anymore.
Yeah, yeah. But we does that mean we can't make them?
No, we can't. We just have to take back those ones. Or we should have
Okay,
said we take back
good
future
dude.
ones
Because
too.
I didn't want to like. I actually was nervous because what if that's just the afterlife, dude?
I'd prefer no afterlife, dude.
I would prefer literally just darken it.
Cause like, if you think about it, there's no way in hell that's everybody's hell. I have a feeling that was if we were to die and we were to go to hell, that wouldn't have been our hell until I said, what if we just die and we just go through every Michael scenario as part of our hell, and it just gave
Yeah, I
God an
think you.
idea.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you just like cursed us with that, you know? Because before you said that, I thought it'd just be fine, but then it just felt too like real.
Too scary.
I know. I just don't like, dude. It's just we. I can't risk it, you know? Like I don't want to risk it, dude. I don't want to risk the chances of going to hell, and that is just what you have to live with.
To put the cherry on top, it's called Michael scenarios.
What if Michael has experienced all of them in hell, but he's just Michael in all of them?
Well,
He's just a Michael in every single one.
I think it would suck for him because Michael's just a normal guy.
Dude, it wouldn't
Cause
suck for him
he has to be a
because
sick
he.
monster, dude.
Okay, yeah, but it's hell, so it doesn't matter.
You know.
No, because I just thought about it. He'd have to turn into a TV a million times, and that might hurt.
You know what's funny? I don't know how you imagine it, but I just imagine like it's just like the TV if it had a micro texture pack, basically.
Dude, I just imagine the TV turning into Michael. Like
Like
I
my
can imagine
like
like
Michael's
first this is what
exact
I
shape.
imagine. Yeah, I imagine the TV, then I imagine kind of like a texture pack with Michael. Like Michael's skin goes like just on the TV, and then I see that TV turn into Michael.
No, it's supposed to stay like his skin and like eyes and mouth and shirt on the TV, and it just has the
So
gun on the side.
it's just a Michael TV.
Yeah.
The Michael TV.
Wait, dude, come down here. You know what's weird?
4K.
Come down here.
Oh my God, it's so high up.
How come we build all over that side but not this side?
I don't know. We built a lot. Because actually, I think this might be like one of our builds with the most builds.
So much.
Dude, we were just, and this is all just from like, I think 1 or 2 hours of us just saying, wait, like a worse Michael scenario every time.
Oh, also what makes it worse is that like no, what makes it good is like if this was the ending of micro scenarios of us like saying no more micro scenarios, I wouldn't mind because this was a good ending because we don't have to go through them anymore, and it's like there were just like super bad scenarios. Normally, whenever a scenario is super bad and stretched long, it just sucks. But what made these ones good is that they were supposed to suck. They were supposed to be just hell.
Yeah. No, we're really like, dude, I really hate how like, like, dude, I'll never get mad at a scenario if it's like a scenario, because it's just a scenario, you know? But for some reason, the Michael scenarios were just like they just made me like really mad. Like no, they didn't make me mad, but dude, they felt real sometimes. Like that's what I mean.
Dude, they would actually suck so bad too. I'm kind of curious as whose is worse because I think you and me would be biased. So we have to like ask like a stranger.
I think you've given me way worse scenarios because you have a way more like creative mind.
Dude, that's bad. Because I feel like I only use my creative mind for like stupid useless shit that doesn't matter.
I mean, that's pretty cool if you want to make like a cartoon or something. Because dude, like every single new like adult show like that tries to be the next Family Guy or tries to be the next like South Park, they suck. Like look
Oh,
at Luva Pop.
Speaking of being creative, I saw this TikTok, right? And it was about a girl talking about like this Mexican dark web, and it was talking like a game where like, you could talk to a dead relative, and it's really scary or some shit like that. I can send you the video, and I showed my little sister it, cause uh, I told her, hey, I wonder if I did this but with KreekCraft. Like I just made my dead relative KreekCraft, like, cause you have to put a picture and say their name or something like that. And I just told her, what if I did it with KreekCraft? And she said, "Oh, I thought you were showing me this because you wanted to do a Michael video, like a Michael plushie video." And dude, my little sister's a genius because for the past like weeks, I haven't had a single Michael plushie idea, and she just gave me one.
That's
So,
actually
so now if I go to Roland's house, it's perfect. We actually have something to do.
cool. Dude, it's literally 5, dude. We've been just talking.
Well, it was
Kind of
nice
reminds me of like your
talking.
camp. We haven't had like an experience like this since your camp.
Yeah, Fortnite was really fun this session, and we weren't even really playing Fortnite.
That's actually cool. Dude, I'm scared like when you go back to your grandma's, like it might just suck.
Yeah, like what if it's just like a fuck. What if it's just a bunch of Oreos all over the floor? Like the floor is just made out of Oreos. What am I supposed to do?
That'd be cool.
No, but like it's crunchy and messy. Messy? Get it messy, get it messy, get it messy. Oh, the goal! Wait, we can play soccer. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're. But we're gonna make like a soft.
What would you do if Michael just started saying, "Oh, I love cheese," and he just started rubbing his belly?
Okay, I have a better one for you. We do if Michael says, "Oh, I love chocolate. Mmm, so good," and he gets really fat.
And he says, "Boy, I can't have it. I don't get fat." Dude,
Cool,
that's so funny.
dude. Family Guy is like a generational show. Like it might be trash now, but dude, it was like imagine being alive for peak Family Guy.
Dude, imagine being live for peak Michael jokes.
Mm. And also it's weird because I understand how to play like basketball and football. Like I know all the rules and everything. And the things I don't even watch basketball, but yeah, I play basketball. But like even for sports I don't watch, baseball, I kind of know about uh kind of know about baseball like the most part, and hockey and golf. But for soccer, I just don't know how to play it.
You just kick the
And it's
ball.
because soccer's soccer's one of the most popular sports. But in my opinion, it's the lamest one. I think that's why. Like, imagine just playing soccer like that. It's just kind of lame. And also, I've like never played soccer. Well, I've never played basketball, football like professionally, but like I've played them for fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played soccer for fun. Like I've never just been like playing soccer. It's weird because when I was little, I wanted to be a soccer player for some reason.
Was it because of Cristiano Ronaldo? Joey.
Definitely not. I don't know. I didn't even watch soccer. I
Alright,
don't know.
let's do this. Three, two, one, go.
You suck.
Well, GG, friend. The round
Sweet.
is now over.
I mean, we could also play football.
I
But
don't
wait a
have the
minute.
football toy.
Oh, yeah, but you can catch them.
You can.
I guess you can. It'll say like if you caught it. So like, look, you have to try to catch the football. Okay, be ready. Okay. Yeah, you caught it. See, you can like catch it.
But I can't throw it back. Pause.
Well, you try to make some cool catches like Justin Jefferson. That's the gritty guy, by the way, if you're wondering. You just have that just prepared. Oh yeah, I'm freaking Josh Allen, baby. Oh yeah, football, yeah, woohoo! This is the American thing. Yeah, woo. Dude, I hate how my dog looks at me. It just reminds me of him.
There's no dog.
Oh yeah, I'm schizophrenic. What the boys? Oh,
Dude, I remember the time when the whole friend group had the gritty besides Brandon.
I never had the gritty.
What?
I never had the gritty.
What's wrong with you?
Dude, I don't want to get it because I really hate the gritty.
Why? This was such a
Because
legendary
it never,
Fortnite
okay, look,
emote.
it's because back then, like when it first came out, I hated the whole like gritty dance because I watched football and Justin Jefferson barely did the gritty. Like when he did it, it barely looked like that. And even then, it was because of the freaking TikTok edits why the Young Boy song was on it. And like it just nothing about it felt right. It didn't feel together. And Fortnite did it right. Like Fortnite made it an email, but outside of that it was so stupid, dude. Outside of Fortnite was stupid, and back then I just really hated the gritty, but Fortnite made it like cool. Well, it's not really cool, but like it didn't look like this. If Fortnite made it realistically, it would have looked a lot stupid. I think I'm under the wrong roof. Better be other than roofies. Oh no, that sounds bad.